Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Georg Mack Plays the Classics. Turn the tide of World War III in favor of the West in M-1 Abrams battle tank. The Cold War has boiled over, and it's all-out war as the Soviet troops pour into Germany. The path to victory hinges on the performance of you and your crew in the titular tank. Equipped with plenty of armament and the strongest armor our R&D division can create, you have 8 missions in front of you to win the war before it escalates further. You're in the cockpit of the tank and can change heading by pressing left or right on the D-pad. Controls are momentum based, so if you press right, the tank will continue rotating clockwise until you press left to even it out. This is incredibly imprecise and quite annoying. Your speed is increased by pressing up and decreased by pressing down. Again, this is a situation where you set your speed, you don't have to keep pressing it. There are different views that you can switch among by pressing the C button and then scrolling to the right. Commander view gives you a long-range or short-range map you can look at. These don't mark enemies or important locations, so are quite useless. You can't shoot in this view and must switch to gunner view. You can press the B button to mark enemies on the screen. This is important because you want to make sure you're targeting Soviets and not Allies. Killing your own men will get you discharged faster than you could say, "I didn't realize they were friendly." There are 3 different missiles, a machine gun, and smoke canister that you can deploy as long as you have ammo. Some missions are set at night, and you can switch to a thermal view, which turns the battlefield red and may make it easier to see enemies. The first mission I was sent on took me over an hour to get through. Moving from point A to point B takes forever, even at top speed, even if you have the governor turned off. If I got my heading straight, I would turn on fast forward just to make it less of a slog. This opens you up to attack from enemies though, so must be done cautiously. If you take too much damage, you need to limp back to your supply depot to fix your tank and reload your weapons. Missions range from destroy enemy bases, to save allied units, to destroy a different target. What mission you start on is random, and the general is really animated during your briefings. He's also quite animated during your post-mission briefings. The better you do, the higher score you earn. Finish all 8 missions and score high. I know I didn't. When it comes to grading M1 Abrams battle tank on Sega Genesis, graphics get a 1.5. The polygonal graphics are poor, though it's kinda neat in a couple of view. Sound gets a 0.5. The constant drone of the engine is bad, and the weapon noises are tinny and weak. Gameplay gets a 1.0. Trying to get anywhere is incredibly slow moving, and the amount of overcorrection that occurs during moving is quite annoying. Difficulty gets a 1.0. Fighting the controls is the main difficulty you encounter. Open the manual to find useful maps. Fun factor gets a 1.0. Once I got more acclimated to the controls and started using fast forward judiciously, it was more tolerable, but still no fun. Overall, M1 Abrams battle tank earns a 1.0 and gets a D. If this is how World War III is going to be fought, it's going to be a long war of attrition. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. Please make sure to like this video, let me know what you think of M1 Abrams battle tank in the comments, and please subscribe to Head Drop Productions here on YouTube because we want you here for each and every video we release. Because it's your destiny.